is up, internet? It's your boy Brando, and today I wanted to give you guys some of my thoughts and impressions of the recently released, at least here in the West, anime blockbuster, the Demon Slayer movie Mugen Train. I just got to see the film yesterday. It was a ton of fun. My thoughts are still freshly gestating. I'll keep the spoilers, of course, to a minimum, so let's just get right into it. First things first, if you don't know what Demon Slayer is and are hopping into this movie anyway, you will be more than confused. As being one of the rare anime movies that spins off of an existing series and is completely canon within that story and world, Mugen Train is doubling down on the effect it wants to have on its existing fans at the expense of possibly isolating anyone outside of that sphere. The movie picks up immediately after the end of the initial 26-episode first season of the Demon Slayer anime, and wastes no time jumping right back into the action. There is no preface for who this, I don't know, burn victim is, or why he's monologuing about the human spirit at the beginning of the movie, or who these plucky kids with swords are, or why the f one of them wears a boar on his head, or why one of them carries his sister in a box. This film is obviously an experience that is reliant on the pretext, but it goes a bit beyond the notion of saying you'll enjoy it more if you watch the anime beforehand. You literally need to watch the anime beforehand. Otherwise, I don't think this movie is going to be anything more than confusing and beautiful anime eye candy. That said, the gist of the plot is that we are continuing our journey with the humble and heroic Tanjiro and his friends Zenitsu and Inosuke on a new Demon Slayer assignment, where they are being sent to the Mugen Train to assist a high-ranking Demon Slayer, a Hashira, called Kyojiro Rengoku. A demon has taken over the train and has been manipulating the passengers so that he can infiltrate their dreams and ultimately kill everyone. I'll also preface I'm not the hugest Demon Slayer fan. There are other shonen right now I'm enjoying a little bit more, but I really enjoyed its first season and I was looking forward to seeing this movie. In an inverse context to everything I said at the top of the video about the canonical nature of the movie isolating people who haven't seen Demon Slayer before, having done the cross-media homework and having seen the series before watching Mugen Train makes the movie a very refreshing and moving experience compared to most big series anime movies. There's this sort of quandary that anime films offshooting from long-running series have to deal with, in that because those films traditionally tell stories that are not canon, you see this incredible spectacle and breathtaking experience, but there's a real stopgap for how much you're allowed to feel, because ultimately the events in the film do not matter at all in the greater narrative of the series that those characters are progenerating from. Being a canonical movie, Mugen Train, I imagine, might feel a little bit cumbersome for someone who's been watching the Demon Slayer anime and is suddenly feeling like they might be coerced a little bit, almost forced to watch the film in order to not miss a vital part of Tanjiro's journey. But I do believe the price of admission is absolutely worth it for this experience. There are a handful of heartfelt moments and genuine character-defining revelations that I know fans of the series are going to absolutely love. Earlier I used the term eye candy to describe the movie, and that's because this is definitely one of the prettiest and most spectacularly produced anime feature films I've seen to date. One of my favorite parts of the Demon Slayer show was its top-notch production value, its quality composition between 2D animation and 3D animation, and that standard has only gone through the roof with this movie. The fight choreography is as solid and epic as it's ever been, and you definitely get the impression that Studio I'm never sure if I say this right. Ufotable? That Studio Ufotable is at the top of their game with the eye-popping quality in this film. Now again, doing my best to avoid spoilers, the third act for the movie is kind of a blindsiding development. Without divulging too much, a new character presents themselves, and they are the cause for a final climactic conflict that comes immediately after what feels like should have been the natural conclusion for the film. Now, what transpires is definitely entertaining and is honestly what most people are going to remember about this movie, but it does come a bit out of nowhere without any setup. Overall though, personally I had an awesome time watching this movie with my friends. I really enjoyed the concise storytelling. I felt like all the individual characters got unique moments. The newest character, Rengoku, who is central throughout the movie, initially comes off as the most generic, dumb anime strong guy, but develops throughout the movie to being a really heartwarming protector with some actual dimension on him. I suppose for review things like this, people want a grading at the end, I think. So for those people, I'll say it's a solid 8 out of 10. It's a really fun movie. If you're a fan, you'll absolutely love it, and hopefully, if there's a showing near you, you're able to go check it out safely. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't normally do videos like this, so if you enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a like or comment down below. If you did, maybe we'll do it more often, but as always, have a good day, have a good life, and I'll see you guys on the next one.